Okay, Castle fans, here I am, and here I am. I'm here with Sally. She's usually the monitor here that I use up here on the first floor. She'll keep an eye on things. She'll actually tell me when the floor gets level from when I'm downstairs, because I'll be downstairs jacking, so I won't be able to tell what's really going on. So Sally here will give me a clue and tell me when the floor is kind of going up. I wanted to show you this. Let me make sure I get the shot so I can see what I'm doing. Oops, I can't see that. It's upside down. This way. I'm going to make sure this way. There we go. This here is that water level I was talking to you about. Now this object here is something that goes back many years. They built pyramids with something very similar. Of course, they did plastic tubing. I don't know what they use, reeds put together. It's a very simple device. It's a water bottle with a long piece of plastic hose on it. As you can see, the bottle itself has some lines drawn on it, and that's for water level. Simply put, I have a little top here. This is a little even more elaborate to think. The water line, I'll have to show you this, but this is a 25-foot hose, see? And it just goes into the bottom of this bottle. And, oops, let me go. You don't want to lose a lot of water, but there's a little bit of water coming out, and you can see if we go down low, we have a little water coming out, but you can see it. I don't know, sometimes the water is hard to see. To show you, if you look at our water level right here, where that line is, and it's evaporated over time, and then you look at, and of course the top of the tube is open. I have this little thing so I can hold it so that if I spill it, because you don't want to spill the water. I actually have a little bit of a water level, but if you lose water in this when you set the whole situation up, you have to make sure that your water is filled up to that level. As you can see here, and here's our tube. And I'll just find the level of water here. If I take the air out, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see the water jumping up and down there? It's right here. See the level? This level is actually level to this here. And if I do that effectively, you'll see how this has to be off too. Yeah, oh, sorry. Yeah, the top of that bottle had to be off. If you see, what happens is that because the air is out, the air pressure, it makes the level of water, no matter where I put this tube, the water level will find its own level right with the same level of that water is in the tube. Now see, the beauty of something like this is, sure, that's great here, and of course don't forget, take your top off of your top, because you can't have your top on here, or it prevents the air pressure, prevents the water from moving. But the beauty of this whole situation is, see, this tube here, and I don't want to spill it, so I'll keep my finger on the top of this, is that if I go way over here, I can't see now if I'm in the picture though, over there now, over there, where is it? I just know. Let's go. So, here's our water level here. If you notice that the water level will find its own level. So we'll have both levels in the tube, and on this bottle are the same. And if I draw a line to reference that or make sure I got enough water in here, this is evaporated over time, to fill it up to that line, I know that wherever I bring this tube, this little level of water here will be exactly the same level as here. So if I draw a reference line, if I put this up by a wall, and I draw a reference line of this line on the wall, anywhere I take this tube in a house, for instance right here, it really doesn't matter how much you have there, or even what the tube's doing, eventually, this line here, the water level will show up on this wall. And if I walk this tube around to other parts in the house, every place I make a little mark will be the exact same height as that little tube there. And that's the magic of a water level. You'll find plans in more careful explanations about this on the web someplace, but to tell you that that's what I use to level this whole house. And in general, I found that my leveling is within about a 1/4 inch of the entire house, and for a 100-year-old house, that ain't bad. So with that said, let me stop you for a second, and I just want to show you finally the